Welcome to this video. We're going to be talking about the slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines, and this is aligned with IXL Geometry E5. So lines can intersect in several different ways. The two most interesting or important are parallel and perpendicular lines. So two lines are parallel if they have the same slope. In other words, they go side by side like this. And they are considered perpendicular if they intersect in such a way that they create a 90-degree angle. So like I said, parallel lines never intersect and they have the same slope. So for example, this one goes up 1, 2, 3 and over 1, 2, 3, 4. So the other one's going to do the same thing. Up 1, 2, 3 and then over 1, 2, 3, 4. They will never intersect. Perpendicular lines do intersect in a special way. They intersect such that they form right angles. Now, their slope is actually the negative reciprocal. So what does that mean? Well, if you have a number like 2, 2 can be written as 2 over 1. The reciprocal is the flip of that, so 1/2, and then the negative reciprocal would be negative 1/2. It's the same with any fraction or whole number. So 3 over 2 would flip and then change signs to be negative 2 over 3. Negative 5 over 4 would flip and go to positive 4 over 5. So that's what a negative reciprocal is. When dealing with slope of parallel and perpendicular lines, it's important to know two equations. The slope-intercept form equation, where the m stands for the slope and the letter b stands for the y-intercept, and the slope equation, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, where x1, y1 and x2, y2 are 2 points that you've been given on the line. Let's try this practice problem. Line A has a slope of 9 over 4, and line B has a slope of 4 over 9. Are line A and line B parallel, perpendicular, or neither? So the original slope is 9 over 4. The parallel slope would be the same, 9 over 4. The slope they give us is 4 over 9. That is not parallel. Perpendicular would be the negative reciprocal, so you got to flip it and change the sign. 4 over 9 is not negative 4 over 9, so it is not perpendicular. Therefore, it must be neither. Let's try this one. The equation of line F is y equals 2x minus 15. Remember the equation of a line, okay? Y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. We're told line S is parallel to line F. What is the slope of line S? Well, first let's find the slope of line F. Because the number 2 is in front of the x, we know 2 must be your slope. And since S is parallel to F, the slope of S must also be 2. On this one, we're going to have to use the slope formula. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So, I'm going to label my points here. x1, y1, x2, y2. And I've got another pair of points, and I'm going to try and determine, is the slope through the first 2 points the same, perpendicular, or neither to the slope of the second 2 points. So let me find the slope of the first 2 points first. So that's going to be 1 minus 5 divided by negative 9 minus negative 1. Be careful with your negative signs here. I've got a negative negative. So 1 minus 5 is negative 4. Negative 9 minus minus 1 actually turns to plus 1. Negative 9 plus 1 is negative 8. And this, of course, simplifies to 1/2. Now let's find the slope of the other one. I'm going to do the same thing. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. So I'm going to do negative 1 minus 3 over negative 8 minus 0. That gives me negative 4 over negative 8. And of course, that's exactly the same. So these two lines are parallel. All right, that's it. So go ahead and try some practice on your own.